up. You lack the minerals and vitamins, irons in the niacin. Fuck who that I offend. Rappers sit back, I'm about to begin. Bout foul talk, you squaw. Never even walked the walk, more or less destined to get tested. Never been arrested. My album will manifest many things that I saw, did or heard about, or told firsthand. Never word of mouth. What's in the future for the fusion and the change? Rappers are in danger. Who will use wits to be a remainder when the missile is aimed to blow you out of the frame? Some will keep their limbs in, some will be maimed. The same suckers with the gab about killer instincts return bitchin', knowing damn well they lack in this division. The connoisseur, cracking your head with a 4x4. Realize, sucker, I be the coming like Noah. Always simmer you down, perpetrating facade what you consider an image. To me, this is just a scrimmage. I feel I'm stoned, not cause of bopper where my cap cock. The more emotion I put into it, the harder I rock. Those who pose lyrical but really ain't true, I feel.
Times limited, hard rock
tongues about what you did, but you never done it. Admit it, you bit it, cause the next man came platinum behind it. I find it ironic, so I researched and analyzed. Most write about stuff they fantasize. I'm fed up with the bull on this focus of weed and clips and Glocks getting caught and wax not being flipped. It's the same old, just straining from the anal. The contact is not complex to vex. So why you pushing it? Why you lying for? I know where you live, I know your folks. You was a sucker as a kid. Your persona's drama that you acquired in high school and acting class. Your whole aura is plexiglass. What's her face told me you shot this kid last week in the park? That's a lie. You was in church with your mom. See, I know. Yo, slow your roll, get it good to go. Guys be locking in this thing called rapping just for dough. Of course we gotta pay rent, so money connects. But I'd rather be broke and have a whole lot of respect. It's the principle of it. I get a rush when I bust some dope lines or roll. That maybe somebody will quote. That's what I consider real in this field of music. Instead of putting brain cells to work, they abuse it. Non-conceptual, non-exceptional. Everybody's either crime related or sexual. I'm here to make a difference. Besides all the riffing to traps, I'm not sticking. Rappers stop flipping for those who pose lyrical but really ain't true, I feel.
Times limited, hard rock too. Hard rock too.
Yeah, we back.
Man, you know what time it is. Wednesday night.
Yes, sir.
That shit, man.
Let's talk that shit, man.
What's going on with you, bro?
Ain't shit, man. Everything good on this, and how you been, man?
Man, I've been good, man. You know what I'm saying? I can't complain, except for I was complaining about how hot it was. You was like, man, past that weather. Okay. When you get these 90-degree days with that humidity, bro, you already been to the Midwest. You already know how
I used to live there, man. I know what you're talking about.
Fucking ridiculous at times. Like, if it's 6:30, there's no way it should be like 85 degrees and the sun ain't out. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
sun go down, we supposed to get the little breeze. Maybe have to put, you know what I'm saying? Maybe have to put the blanket on or something. But man, this shit is ridiculous, man. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have an AC rolling all the time, meaning your electric bill gonna be a little higher in the summer months than it usually be.
Oh yeah, trust me, I know what you're going through. Trust me, I know.
But other than that, man, everything all good, man. You know what I'm saying? I can't complain. You know,
everything's good. How was your weekend, man?
Man, same old shit. But actually, this weekend we was probably getting some weather like y'all getting, like 75-degree days where when the sun is at its peak, it feel nice outside, but you know you can still put a hoodie on early in the morning or late in the evening and shit. So I ain't do shit, man. Kick back, chilled. I did my Saturday show on UGS radio, man. It's just, you know, shit. Got fucked up as usual. You know what I'm saying? Let's smoke these blunts and shit.
Okay.
Need to be doing some barbecuing though. That's what I want to do.
Of course. Yeah, my weekend was good, man. On Friday was my B-day. You know, I went with my daughter and her school trip. Saturday, I celebrated my B-day. Went out. I was actually in Astoria, Queens when you told me to call in.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah. I appreciate you for calling in too.
yeah, of course, man.
Shouts out to Nathan and Jack Kim as well. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, salute to
Check me
them,
out.
man.
You know.
I was hanging out. I actually I went to a hookah bar lounge and had a good time. I got fucked up. Yo.
What you was drinking on OD? You was like, did you smoke some hookah though? Because I know you.
Nah, I don't. I couldn't do that shit. Even though the manager, she was like, don't even do it. It's not even good for you. She's like,
Yeah, what
good.
you do? You just got the secondhand hookah.
I didn't even try that shit. I was looking, I was like, you know what? It's my B-day. I'm hitting a milestone. I turned 40. I'm like,
Man,
nah,
look at you for that, man.
Yeah. Thank you,
Not
man.
not E40, but D40. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I had just Heinekens and shots of Patron, though.
Oh yeah, you was trying to
That
fuck
time.
on that night.
Man.
That's what that ended up happening. You was trying to find you some late
yeah.
night stragglers after the fact, man. You know what I'm saying? But back in the day, man, motherfuckers used to just, that's how it always was. You had to go out and you had to really get amongst and around the people to holler at the females and shit like that. But then all of a sudden, like right before Y2K, everybody started getting computers and all this and all of that. Then it turned into some whole other shit, man.
Oh, yeah.
And that's how we talk shit, man. Let's talk that shit, D Holler.
Let's talk that shit, man.
When the internet came out, internet dating.
Oh,
internet
man.
dating, man.
Oh, man.
Let's get into it, man. Let's get into it. As Jaquan would say, you know what I'm saying? Shit is crazy. All the way from movies like You Got Mail. Remember that shit? You know what I'm saying? You Got Mail and shit. And they had a cross-country romance and all that shit. That was like the start of a lot of shit. People realize, long distance relationships, more than a pen pal can be more than just a pen pal once the World Wide Web was created, or once it was available to everyday common folk, as I like to call it. You know what I'm saying? Let's get into it, man. What's your take on this internet dating shit?
Yo, believe it or not, it's actually a good thing because you see it on the commercials, how they advertise different, dating websites. The fake to what I hear a lot of, that POF is kind of, popping right now, which is Plenty of Fish. Yeah, man. They got different ones like I think it was called Black Dating. They got or something like that.
Back in the day we had Black Planet. You can meet some bitches on there. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man,
Black Planet was the shit. You know what I'm saying?
That was the shit, man. The girls, they do have ones on there that say, "I'm looking for a relationship." Yeah. And when you meet up with them, you talk to them, they got a whole different story. Like, I thought you said, you're not looking for a quick one. Like, what's going on? I changed my mind. Oh, shit.
Pre-catfishing days. We didn't even know what catfishing was at that point. You know what I'm saying?
I found out the hard way, so I know what that is. The only thing is I didn't meet her in person. It was just, back when I was doing it, remember AOL had a little chat room?
Yeah, AOL chat. Live.
Yeah, man. My man had a sidekick. It was like back in like 2004, 2005. And he met a few girls. He was like, "Hey, yo, D, yo, go on the AOL chat. You'll meet mad chicks on just out in the country and all that. Yo, you'll meet them. Just create a profile." So I created a little profile, put like a few pictures of myself up there, and I met this one girl from San Antonio. I can't remember her name, but she was from San Antonio, Texas. Sexy voice.
Was she a senorita?
No.
A lot of senoritas down there, man.
No.
All my senoritas.
Yeah, of course. Salute to all of them. But she had the sexiest ass voice, man. And then, I was like, "Yo, we gonna send me a picture of yourself." She would give me an excuse, like, "Oh, I've been busy, go to school, da da da." I'm like, "Okay." So she finally sent me a picture. So it was a little blurry, so I'm like, "Well, send me a different. I can't see it." She sent me a different picture. I was like, "That's you?" She was like, "Yeah." That's with the glass with the big ass titty. She's like, "Yeah." I was like, "Okay, all right." I'm still talking to her. I said, "Hey, I'll call you tomorrow." I got off the phone real quick. So my boy Hermes, he's like, yo, what what's what she look like? I was like, I don't want to show it to you. He's like, come on, man. I don't want to show it to you. He's like, come on, D, stop acting like. I showed a picture. This nigga started yelling, yo, dude, this bitch is ugly.
She was a straight number.
She was like 4'11". She looked like what she remind me of? Oh God, man.
Fuck.
I can't even think of anybody who she would look like. Oh my goodness, it was just.
Did she look like Beetlejuice off of Howard Stern? She wasn't that way.
You know what? No. Oh God, no. I'll be upset. You know, so I got another story that's like that, but I'll let you go, man. Go ahead.
Man. See, you know, we used to do the AOL chat, but see, I remember back in the day they used to have this shit called the party line, right?
Oh my goodness!
my brother, he a couple years older than me, and he used to call the party line all the time. Before they told you, you know, they tell you on the commercial 99 cents for the first minute, but they don't tell you it's like $7.95 each additional motherfucking minute, right? You know what I'm saying? Well, this nigga used to be calling these numbers, man, and he ran up a high ass phone bill. So when the phone got cut off for about a month or so, mama had to whoop his motherfucking ass. The whole family found out. He embarrassed everywhere. Yo, you partying ass. Nigga, you ain't meeting none of these. You know, all of that old shit. You know what I'm saying? So I always came up where I wasn't even really into that shit. I want to meet a motherfucker. Like, our thing was like going out and we go downtown and shit, especially when I lived in Memphis. We go to Beale Street. The game was to see who come back home with the most numbers and shit, right? You know what I'm saying? So I was more of a hands-on motherfucker, to the point where other motherfuckers, they had the courage to holler at girls when they on the internet, but not in real life. And so my brother, he ended up just really getting them chat lines. We used to call the motherfucker chat line Casanova.
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
He couldn't holler at no girl in person. But if he get on the phone, and I don't think he ever catfish, but I know for a fact he been catfish. The girls used to send they won't really tell you what they really what they real size or something like that is. They always say keywords like pleasantly plump.
Oh man, wow, I remember that.
Pleasantly plump means she probably fat, you know what I'm saying? But she don't even know how to just be telling motherfucker like I'm a bigger girl, you know what I'm saying? Like BBW wasn't the word then, I guess, you know what I'm saying? But it's been motherfuckers where you looking at their picture, you like, yeah man, she's straight, man. You know what I'm saying? Been talking all day, all night and shit. You falling asleep on the phone with her. And then my brother bring her to the crib. You come to the crib, be like, who auntie is this? You know what I'm saying? Or who cousin is this? Because I'm not thinking it's the girl that he been talking to on the phone. You look at their face, you be like, yeah, I remember seeing her. Especially with the Black Planet, because everybody used to have their little profile picture and shit. And you really never know who you gonna meet, man. And that's where that catfish and shit come in. Like, say for instance, a dude, how many dudes probably been caught up in a situation where they was hollering at a girl off one of these sites or something, and she telling them, you know what I'm saying, I'm single, I'm this and that, blah blah blah, this and that, blah blah blah, and you know what I'm saying, the dude finally go over there, but she really married, or she got one of them jealous ass niggas that come through, and you end up getting into some shit over a girl you met on the motherfucking internet. That's some crazy shit, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I never really fell into the internet dating, like to look for a date. Like, I done been on the motherfuckers with other motherfuckers and shit, especially them call-in chat lines. You niggas like, I'm gonna call this number, man, you know what I'm saying? They make their little profile and shit, you know what I'm saying? Next thing you know, you got a couple motherfuckers coming through, or they inviting you over. I always be like, man, you don't want to really go over no. If a girl in the hood, then you probably take that chance. But if she from a hood that you really ain't familiar with, or you already know it's opposition, you got to think wisely on going. Is the pussy that you don't even know about and you taking a chance on, is it really worth going in this hood where you know you ain't really supposed to be at? You know what I'm saying? That shit is crazy too. Dudes getting lined up all the time, and a lot of times it be off the internet and dating. Do you think people really find love on the internet? I seen Nikki Jean earlier say she knows somebody that got married and they met their husband or their wife off Plenty of Fish. Do you think people really find love off that shit?
Yeah, you can find your soulmate online these days with these um different sites that you can go on these dating lines. You know, you can meet someone that you've seen in the street that's looking for someone like you. Like, oh, I'm looking for a guy that's a family man, that got his head on his shoulders, got his own place. And you could walk past that woman every day, and you when you meet on a website, you like, damn, we got so much in common, but we don't speak. I see her, she see me, but she don't say nothing. You know, and then you meet her, and you contact her, you meet her in person, it's like, damn, yo, why did I do this long time ago? Shit like that is possible. That's why
Right.
these,
So almost like people being more comfortable to
yeah,
open up to people that they don't actually.
yeah, they with these dating sites, they'll put something on there like, some women be like, they're a single parent, they work or they go to school, they looking for, if you looking to hook up and all that, I'm not with that, and I'm trying to do this, I want that, I expect the man to be like this, I like going out. They like give you like a little paragraph. Some women just put 2 or 3 paragraphs. You're like, well, damn, girl, what the fuck, man? Just straight to the point, But so some of them will say one thing and do another. Could hit them up, like send them a message like, hey, how you doing? How's everything going? Or I like what kind of sports you like. Then once you get the phone number, talk to them over the phone. Then when you meet in person, that person, you're expecting that person to act the same way or be the same way as when you spoke to them over the phone. When you see them in person, everything shouldn't change. The conversation should shift to something else, to where y'all both can have a good time and make a second date, make a third date. It's just like that. That's why these dating sites are so popular, because it's easy now. Because once you can actually, hey, you got IG? Yeah, sure. You go to her pictures, her profile on the dating site says one thing. You see her pictures, you're like, wait, what the fuck? You showing a lot of skin on here, but you say you want somebody to respect you. I get it. But yeah, there's some of these sites, man. You can meet someone. You can meet someone that you never thought you could meet, man. A girl that's a model, or a girl that's got a career, and you meet on the website and you see her, you're like, damn, that's a bad chick. How did you go on a date? Let's say you double date. How did y'all meet? Oh, we went and met on this website. We met on POF, Plenty of Fish. Oh, word. Oh, okay. I'm gonna check it out. That's how it is, man. Yeah, just all right. Hold on, y'all. We'll be right back. Yeah, Mac just dropped out, so we'll be right back. Just give us a second, all right?
Yo, all right. I don't know what it's doing, man. It was just yo. Yeah.
All right.
My
All
bad,
right.
y'all. My bad, man.
Sorry about that.
That type of shit happens in live radio all the time. We don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Just still keep it moving, man. It hung
Yes,
up on
sir.
me, man, when you was telling me what you had got catfish or something. What was going down, D? You was telling me.
Yo, I met this girl in this I can't remember the name of the website. It was a chat. It was a dating website that my man put me on to.
Christian Mingle? Was you on Christian?
No, no, hell no. This was baby. We talking about. Okay, I was living in Harlem. I want to say 2000, between 2005 and 2006.
Facts.
And The picture I saw was a tall, brown skinned woman. She was a model, an expiring model. So
Mm.
I hit her up like, "Hey, how you doing?" A little small talk, inbox of the messages, exchange numbers. Like a couple of days later, I started talking to her on the phone. I'm like, "Yeah, how long you been modeling, me doing this and that?" We talking, getting to know each other. And I said, "Hey, how about we meet up?" She's like, "Okay, cool." So out of the blue, I get this is back with okay, this is back when I think MySpace was still popping and Facebook
Okay.
came right after.
MySpace killers.
Yeah. So she saw my pictures. I'm like, yeah, yeah, that's me, da da da. She's like, oh, okay. And I wound up getting a friend request by this dark skinned girl who was a big girl, but she was cute. So I'm like, okay, do I know this girl? So I click on them, like looking through the pictures. Oh, okay, all right. I was like, well, goddamn, all right now. So I accepted it, and she called me. She's like, hey, I got to tell you something. That friend request that you got out of nowhere, I was like, yeah, that's actually me. I'm like,
Mm.
wow,
So she
wow.
hit you
Why would
back.
I didn't care. It's like my whole thing was, why would you use someone's picture? That she said that's her friend's sister's picture. In my mind, I was started to say, well, shit, I want to be your friend's sister. Shit,
Right, I want to talk to you, bitch. You know
the
what I'm saying?
fuck,
Like, you sending me somebody else shit? Like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah,
See,
so
that was catfishing before they even had the term catfishing, huh?
yeah, yeah. I actually had a webcam, so
So you was bad fish. You was bad
yeah,
fish.
shit, man. And no, what's funny? I was
That's
still
fucked up.
cool with her. We were still supposed to meet up, And she apologized. I was like, all right, whatever. We supposed to meet up in New Rochelle to go to New Rock City. And I'm telling her, I'm like, hey, what time you want to meet up? So she gives me a topic. She said meet up at like 4 o'clock. So I was still at my cousin's tattoo shop,
Mm-hmm.
going on some designs that I want. I was supposed to get my whole back done, which I
You was
got
flexing
it
and
done
shit.
already.
Yeah, you out there flexing.
Yeah. So she calls me and she's like, I'm on my way. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna leave now. I have my cousin drop me off. And she called, I didn't hear nothing from her. I was like, yo, where you at? Kept going to voicemail. Like, she didn't call me for the whole day. The next day she calls me and said, hey, I said, what the hell happened to you? She's like, oh, I got into a car accident. I was like, what? She was like, I was so nervous. I was in a rush. And she said some guy rear-ended her. She was in a hospital. So I said, "What hospital you at? I'll come see you." She said, "No, no, no. My family's here. I
Yeah,
want to
she don't
be
know
on
you,
my."
nigga.
Yeah, I was like, "All
Yeah.
right, man."
Get your thirsty ass out of here. You was gonna try to hit at you was gonna try to hit at the hospital. Like,
Yo,
you remember what you told me on the phone the other night? I know your neck hurt, but you got whiplash, but I'm trying to tap that ass. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like,
yo, it was crazy because like the second or the third day I was talking to her when I found out what she looked like. And I
yeah,
was still talking to her. I was still talking, doing what I do. And then we always said back then you had to like talk to girls, tell you some news. So she started sending me that. I was like, I guess she did it because she felt bad or what happened. So I'm like, yeah.
right. And you
I was like,
all
oh,
met her
okay,
off the neck too and shit.
off the
Basically.
net, off the net.
Man,
Now the
that's some
chat
shit.
line, the chat line's different.
All right, well,
But
let's talk the chat lines because the chat lines was a whole different stage of internet dating because it really wasn't internet because it's still all off the phone, but you know what I'm
hmm
saying? It's the same premise though. You know what I'm saying?
hmm
Like the chat lines the phone chat lines created the internet shit. It's easier
hmm
access once everybody got access to it. Because at one point in time, people got to remember, like when I was doing that AOL Messenger, we was getting like the free DVDs that you can get for I never paid for internet. We'd have a motherfucker steal a whole box of them free DVDs. You just pop in that motherfucker. When that motherfucker expire, you throw another motherfucker in. You know what I'm saying? You just
hmm
run the straight dial up off the phone line or whatever they had back then. You know what I'm saying? And so
hmm
that's all we used it for. We never used the net to serve for information or looking up shit. It was like this was a way to talk to people that wasn't in your area. Because back then, still with the phones, you had the long distance plans too. So like now you
hmm
got cell phones, you can call any number. I can call you all day long and talk to you in New York all day long. But back in the day, You know what I'm saying? Like niggas ran their phone bills up, calling long distance. You know what I'm saying? So the internet curbed all of that shit. But them chat lines was something different because they advertise them late night on TV when they know motherfuckers sitting up not doing nothing. You see the motherfucking commercials like, do you want to talk to hot girls in your town? You know what I'm saying? Now this the last thing. Plenty of niggas as soon as it come on, they own that shit. You know what I'm saying? And that shit, I used to be bugging up because like when I first got my own apartment, my little homies that didn't have apartments, they always want to come to the crib, and sometimes they'd bring girls to the crib, and I always ask them, do you know this chick for real, bro? Like, can't know anybody just come over here like that, man. Like, I ain't trying to be like that. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. No, I really know her. And then you will learn if a motherfucker really know her by, like, it's been one time my homeboy, a chick came over and he wasn't really even feeling her. You know what I'm saying? But I was like, nigga, you didn't know her, but the whole time you playing it off like, I've been knowing her for a few years. I'm like, you don't know this bitch, man. You know what I'm saying? Because if you was, you at your homie crib, you know what I'm saying? No rules, no regulations or nothing. You should be trying to kick me out this motherfucker. Like, come on, bro, go to your room, man. You still up here with us. Like, I wanted to see his interaction with it because I'm like, he don't know this bitch. He lied. You know what I'm saying? He don't know, and she ain't looking. She ain't even. I don't even think it was the looks. I think she was just acting all shy or something. You know, I don't know what the fuck it was because I wasn't on the phone with the motherfuckers, but I knew he was full of shit. And it came from one night he spent the night, and they said, call in right now. You know what I'm saying? And that nigga called in, made his little profiles and shit. You know what I'm saying? I remember that shit. I remember girls calling my house because he didn't call them from the phone. I'd be like, how you know him? I met him off the chat line. Tell him this. Or they'd be like, I'd be like, okay, he ain't here. Who is this? Tell him this shade from the chat line. I used to be dying laughing.
Wow. You know gigging on this nigga. Like, look at this fool.
But I don't know why he used to be ashamed of that shit. Like, if that's what you doing, my nigga, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, I want to deal with motherfuckers I can actually see, man. I deal with the reality of shit, like what I can see and touch and shit. But I can see motherfuckers really falling for motherfuckers, especially when that show Catfish came out.
Oh man,
that show on TV, man.
That shit is too funny because these fools. It's funny because when one dude was talking to a girl for 2 years and never seen her face, you just saw a profile picture. Yeah, I was like, yo, there ain't no fucking way.
Like I seen the episode where the bitch thought it was Bow Wow and shit.
Yo, that shit was funny as hell.
And then the person who was catfishing sent her some bread too, so it was like, damn, if a motherfucker send me that much bread, it's gotta be Bow Wow. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And I think it was a straight dyke bitch, if I can remember.
It was, because it was funny because Bow Wow, I think he was on 106 in Park. He brought her on like, yo, why you using my profile? That shit was funny.
He the biggest liar in the industry, but you know what I'm saying? It just go to show, man, motherfuckers will get, you know what I'm saying? Like I know pen pals. Because I remember when we was in school, we had pen pals. Like teacher coming in 1 week and they got the book with you could write motherfuckers from overseas and shit. And then I know motherfuckers that went to prison, was locked up for a long time, and they ended up meeting motherfuckers through correspondence, and then they ended up being with them. So that's kind of a form of the same shit we talking about, but it ain't the internet. Now it's boom right there. Motherfucker hit that DM or that inbox. So you mean to tell me that a motherfucker can find the love of their life from these dating sites? You really think that shit?
That shit, yo, it happens, man. You be surprised who you meet on these damn websites, man. They created for a reason, because remember back in the day, they used to have something called speed dating, where you go to like a restaurant and there's different tables. You see, man. Yo, I ain't gonna lie, I wanted to try that. I really wanted to try it just to see, because I used to see it on the.
If you try that, man, you gotta film it, man. Film that.
Yo,
shit.
So.
Bring it to the platform. We gotta see that shit, man.
Yo, they made movies about it. I seen one in commercials where the girls on the speed date, the dude just look really weird and says some crazy shit. She's like, "Oh my god!" And the old man comes up, "Well, you should try our website. You'll meet the love of your life." I'm like, "Oh, okay." I really want to do that speed date and just every 2 minutes, talk to like hell yeah. Like every 2 minutes, you talk to a different woman. Like, hey, tell me about yourself. Yeah, I like this, like da 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 da. And, okay, you exchange numbers, or you stay at that table. I wanted to try that. I gotta find one. That'll be too fun, yo. That'll be something, yo. Well, yeah, those were the days. The chat line. I met a female on the chat line. It was actually a good experience this time. You know, so what year was that? It was like 2003, 2004. And remember when you call the chat line and you have to create a name, like your name is, you tell them your name, like you're in room such and such, and they'll say it has like 5 people. I go in the room like, yo, what's up? You had that one dude like, yeah, babe, tell me what you got on right now, da da da. And there'd be like 3 other dudes like, yo, nigga, stop harassing her. Yo, she don't want you.
Hey, look, man, it's crazy that you say that, man. Because look, one time I was over my buddy crib. This early trolling shit. I was over my buddy crib and they was on the chat line like that. You know what I'm saying? Well, it was a gang of motherfuckers in the room. He like, call this number, man. It's all people in there just talk. I thought it was like some party line shit. And the whole time I was in there, I was just being quiet. And then when the dude would try to get real smooth, like, hey, yo, girl, this little Ronell from South St. Louis. I live over, and I'll just be like, get your bitch ass on. like, get your sissy ass on somewhere, man. She don't want to fuck with you, ugly ass. So then you get the day they try to holler back at you. Oh, man, you over there. Hey, I thought this shit was fun. And my nigga was like, man, you blowing up the spot, man. This shit be working. I'm like, that shit don't work, man. I wasn't really seeing that girls really going for that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Some of them do. Some did.
I'm on my Boost Mobile tonight. Hey, I'm on my Boost Mobile. I ain't got no goddamn Boost Mobile, man. I don't know what's going on, man. They don't want us to get it in, but we still get it in, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And so,
how many times? Now I'm thinking about Boost Mobile. How many times you been on the chat line and you was talking, and you finally got the girl number and shit, and your phone kept hanging up on you? That ever happened to you? And then she think you bullshitting or
the
something?
cell number, no, because I had a house phone at that time, so I was good. The cell phone is like it'll drop out a few times. Let me get by the window because I think I had Sprint at the time. And shit kept dropping. I'm like, what the fuck, man? And the conversation, you know what I hate? When you told that chick the conversation be real good, and you said, and then just drop it. You still talking? And she called like, "Why you call me back?" Like, oh, yeah. It's like, her phone dropped, or I had to call her back. She was like, "What was you saying?" I had to I was saying such and such. I was like, "Oh yeah. That part I remember." You got to start from where you left off because she didn't hear you because your phone dropped, or she got to finish up where she left off because her phone dropped. So it's crazy, yo. I met this one chick on there, and it was like a one-on-one. It's like one person. She's like, "Hey, how you doing? Okay, what's going on?" And I'm talking to her. She's like, "Oh, where you at?" I said, "In New York." She's like, "Where?" I'm in Harlem. I said, "Yeah." I think she said she was in Connecticut. I was like, "Word?" And talking to her. And I said, "Well," I mentioned I have my own place. I got a city job. So that popped her interest. I'm like, "Oh, shit, okay." So I said, "How old?" I think at the time I was like maybe 23, maybe 24. She was 19.
Young shit.
Yeah, she was 19. I was like, "Okay." So I said, "You want to come through and, won't you come through for a day?" She was like, "Well, why not come for the weekend?" Ding, ding, ding. Word? I was like, okay.
Shit. She's the whole weekend. So what you do? You clean the crib up. You got it all nice.
Hey, listen. I was like, you know what it was like? You remember that movie Boomerang where Eddie Murphy would set up the place for a woman to come over? Yeah. I had the cologne ready, house was clean, food was cooked.
Cooking and shit.
Yeah, I made some lamb chops. I made some homemade mashed potatoes with corn.
Ready, my nigga.
Was I?
You found your love, huh?
Everything was cool, man. She came through. We talked. We did what we were supposed to do. We went out to see a movie. I took her downtown. Came back to the crib, did what we do. We went out the next day. So I had fun that weekend. And we kept in touch over the year. You know what happened a couple times, We
Her
kept
baby daddy came back in the picture.
No. She didn't have no kids when I met her. Right now, she's still on my Facebook page. She married with 3 kids now. Okay. And she's still cool with me, When I was going through my little thing with my BM, We started reminiscing. Remember we did this? Oh, I told my mom about you.
Oh, hell. You go back on the internet talking to him.
Oh man, I was trying to get it again. I ain't gonna lie. that was a great experience with the chat line. You know, that's when it was like, you know, you meet somebody, you could meet someone that, you know, that you could spend, you know, you could spend the rest of your life with, or you could just like, you know, just that one or two times you meet up and they're like, you know, I gotta move on. You know, like my cousin met a chick.
I wouldn't even be open to that. I'd be thinking I meet this bitch, she be all cool and shit, and you really don't know, like she got bodies in the basement or some shit. You know what I'm saying? She on, you know what I'm saying? Like she on some crazy. That movie that Martin had, Thin Line Between Love and Hate. Maybe she a crazy deranged bitch like Lynn Whitfield was or something like. I'd be scared of that type of shit, my nigga.
Oh man,
because you don't know these people though. Like you meet them on the internet talking to a motherfucker on the phone and all that. But I guess it's the same way if you just meet a motherfucker in person, you still really don't know them because you might not be from their neighborhood or grew up with them, this and that. But I don't know. I just feel like if I see a motherfucker before I start hollering at them, I feel like I got a better chance of just talking to somebody that don't, because they might not like my monkey ass. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking all this shit, but it's probably been a bitch who probably say, man, this nigga here ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't fucking with this nigga. I thought he was cool, man, on the phone, but he ain't shit. He want too much, or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
I don't know, man. That shit is crazy.
Shit, my cousin met some chick on the hotline, and the same thing. Go in the room, someone you said they Casanova, they go, yo, wow, was good.
Yeah, straight Casanova. Niggas being there with their very white voice.
Like, yeah, you know, like get the fuck off the phone with that bullshit. Yo, and it was like it was two of them. He was like, yo, Michael, don't worry about him. His man, he's like, yeah.
Niggas on there trying to sound like Donnie Simpson on motherfucking BET back in the day. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
Soul. Niggas on their Donnie Simpson right now. You know what I'm saying?
So we just went in the room and he wanted me and some chick, and she lived in the Bronx, and she was like, hey, would you come through, come see me? So he calls me like, yo, I need you to go with me. I'm like, for what? Yo, just in case this bitch is ugly, we could bounce. I'm like, nah, B, you ain't going.
Shit.
He literally said, come on, yo. He's like, come on, man. You know how we get down. Come on, man.
You probably like, I don't know shit, nigga.
I was like, nah, but so he was like, yo, come on, you gotta do it. I will do it for you. I was like, all right, man. So where she live at? She was in the area, but she wasn't that far from Yankee Stadium. So I'm like, all right, cool. Now I could walk across the bridge to get there. He's like, all right, I'll meet you over there. And he's telling me about it. She a little freak, she this and that. She with it. I'm like, really? I said, what does she look like? He's like,
right, you thought you was gonna go poot on the bitch head or something.
She told him, he asked her, what do you look like? Who people say you remind her of? She's like, people say I look like, Queen Latifah. So we like, oh, he's like, okay, cool. Queen Latifah's thick, she's cute. I bet. So I meet up with him. He's like, yo, show you look over here. We get to this girl's building. He calls her and say, hey, I'm downstairs. I got my cousin with me. She's like, all right, bet I'm coming down. She comes down, so she opened the door. I was like, oh, and I was laughing in the inside. I was like, oh shit. She looked like shit. And I wanted to laugh like his face.
She looked like Precious.
She was like Monique before she lost the weight.
Oh fuck! Like Monique's Big Fat Chance when she had. You shit, man. But when you look like King Latifah. Yeah. So you might look like King Jaffe Joffa.
Oh, she was just wide in all sides. I said, oh shit. And he was talking to her. She was like, well, she know he smoked weed, and I was with him. He's like, yeah, let's go get a bag. And we sitting there smoking. This one I was smoking. I was like, man, this shit ain't getting me high. My cousin, no. When I used to get high, I would get hungry. He said, he looked at me, he told her, if that nigga get high, he ain't hungry, there's some whack ass weed.
Oh, hell yeah, man. Now that you say that, man, I remember one time, my homeboy, he knew the girl off the chat line too, but they had knew each other off the chat line and didn't start dating till later on, you know what I'm saying? So like when they started dating, they had already fully known each other, but they met initially on Black Planet and shit. And every time I used to go over her crib, I used to eat all the food. She used to tell that nigga, man, you bring this nigga every time he comes. She cool with him, but she like, this nigga, I'm gonna eat, bitch. I know you know how to cook. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck all that. You know what I'm saying? Closed mouth don't get fed. Motherfucker, if I'm hungry, man, look, because motherfucker do shit over here. You know what I'm saying? You come over, man. If you don't eat, it's because you don't want nothing. Other than that, man, we feeding you, man. That's how we do it down here in the South, man, the Midwest and shit. Like, you know, you gon' that's one thing you ain't gonna do. You ain't finna go hungry around this motherfucker. I used to go over this girl house, man, and her kids, they used to love the shit out of me too. Uncle Jay and all that shit, you know what I'm saying? I done seen a couple of them since they done got old and shit. Still, Uncle Jay, you got a couple dollars? Man, I got you. You know what I'm saying? I went from buying you niggas Skittles to seeing you at the bars and shit, buying you a beer. Ain't that some crazy shit?
Yo, I like to say something. No, Nikki, I didn't take it down.
He a lie. He took that shit down. That nigga took it down. You know what I'm saying?
No. I did take it down. Yo, I saw her. I was like, that wasn't even for me. I said, yo, son, that's all you. He's like, yo, we could. I was like, no, B, I'm good. I'm gonna walk back home.
Entice him? When y'all got over there, was you trying to entice him? Like, come on, bro, take one for the team, man. Just
yo, he said that
all the way up here for this.
He said, "Yo, man, he said, yo, let's take one for the team." I said, "I'm looking at her. I'm looking at this thing."
He was acting bougie and shit. Yeah, you don't went in there and tried to act like you was too good for the bitch and shit. You don't be like that, bro.
Yeah, I couldn't. I couldn't do it.
Take one for the motherfucking team, man.
I couldn't do it, man. My pride wouldn't let me, man. I couldn't. I mean, I took one for the team plenty times, but damn, that was one of them times.
Right, I'm about to say, let's just make a disclaimer because I don't want people thinking that we don't like the big girls and nothing like that. Because but we just saying, like, deceiving a motherfucker on how you look, especially on the internet, can get you talked about and get you roasted like a motherfucker, and you still probably ain't gonna get nothing out of a motherfucker. Because, like I said, these girls, especially on the TV show, these girls be telling me, like, I don't see how you've been talking to her for 2 years, man. You live 200 miles away. You ain't went to try to see her not one time, or anytime you tried to see her, or you had the opportunity to go do something, it's always an excuse. That means she catfishing, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? It's a reason why or even if she ain't catfishing like that on what she look like, maybe she got a whole nother life, and she only call you when her husband at work, or, you know what I'm saying? Or whatever the situation may be, because these dudes get caught up and find out that they talking to somebody that's living like a whole total different life when they on the phone. And we see motherfuckers on the internet doing that shit anyway. It's a whole lot of motherfuckers that act like they say they one way, but then later on you see that they a whole different motherfucker. And usually when you see that, you ain't seeing the best out of them. You seeing the worst out of them. It ain't like you seeing a motherfucker and you realize, damn, he better than what he said he was. Now, usually it's this fake ass motherfucker, and I feel like that internet dating shit is the perfect opportunity to get some fake shit on.
Of course. You know, you can the catfishing game is so heavy right now to where a girl will put up a picture of someone she's never met, and she could be Respucia. That bitch could look like Rocky Dennis. You know what I'm saying? Like off that mask with sharing shit. Oh my goodness, yo! She had a Rocky Dennis face, but she throwing the Sierra pictures up and shit. You know what I'm saying? Yes, you be on the computer chatting with you, and you see her person. Oh my goodness! But this bitch looking like Big Brody. You know what I'm talking about? Oh hell! Oh man! She got a bald head and all that shit. You know, bitch got her wig tilted to the side like a fucking snapback. Hey, but the flip side to it too, we been going in on ladies. These dudes be doing that shit too. These dudes be catfishing these bitches, having these bitches. You know, they posting a picture with their homie money in their hand or their homies bottles. You know what I'm saying? They went to the club and took a picture. Yeah, they walked by the VIP and took a picture. You know what I'm saying? And then the girls really thinking they getting up with something. Then they come to the crib and think the nigga really flexing. So they let him slip in raw thinking the nigga got something. And then you find out you done got pregnant by a bum ass nigga that take pictures of tables that he was busting. He wasn't even.
He worked at the spot. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, I saw a fucking meme that someone put up. It was like nigga looked like Rick Ross with his jewelry on. When he take his jewelry off, he look like a bum ass nigga. I said, "Oh shit, now that's catfishing." All right, cool. Play those first two songs, man. We'll go to music break. We'll be right back.
Yes, sir.
Huh?